Hey Jasper, I might be a little bit late from work tonight. Julia has asked me to stay to finish up some reports that we really need for tomorrow's presentation. Could you maybe cook dinner tonight? I don't think I'll be back in time to do it, and I really don't want to be cooking late into the night after such a hard day at work.
Oh, and I guess you want me to do the washing and clean the rest of the house while I'm at it, huh?
What? No, I'm just asking for a little bit of help tonight because I'm going to be late. That's all.
Well, what about me? I've been working just as hard as you. Why should I have to do all the cooking simply because you can't be bothered to?
It's not that I can't be bothered to. I just won't be physically home until late. I won't be able to make any food at all.
Why do you have to work late? Just tell your boss to do the work herself and come back at the usual time. I was looking forward to some fried chicken tonight, so I want you to come back home and make that.
Jasper, I can't do that. Julia needs my help. Besides, I don't want to dump all that work on her. I've been working on this project for months now, and it's finally all coming together. This meeting tomorrow is with some very high-up people, and if we make a good impression, then big things could happen for me. So I don't think you cooking for one night is going to be such a huge deal.
I don't want to cook. I've had a tiring day as well.
Doing what? You don't work at the minute. I bet all you've done is sit in front of the TV all day watching sports. I mean, have you even cleaned up your dirty laundry from the bedroom floor like I asked you to?
So what if I've been at home? It doesn't mean my day has been any less tiring. I even had to go to the store to get some new batteries, as the TV remotes ran out and we had none in the house. Oh, that reminds me. On your way home, you'll have to stop by the shop and pick some things up.
What?
Yeah, we need some more toilet rolls, some milk, eggs, bread, sugar, tea bags, juice, and a few other things. I'll make you a list and send it through in a bit.
Hang on a minute. I've got to stay late at work. I'm already tired and hungry, so I'm not going to do a full-on grocery shop once I finish work. If we need things, then you'll have to go and get them. You're not so busy, so it should be fine, right?
What? I'm not going shopping. That's your job. You're the wife, and that comes under housework. So it's your job to do that.
Can you not be so lazy just for once? All I'm asking is for a little bit of help because I'm near the end of my rope. I do everything. And I mean everything. So for once, can you get off of your butt and help out?
I have no clue what you're on about. You don't do everything. I've worked for quite a long time to bring back a decent wage for us to buy this house, and if I remember, you were the one not working then, so why is it so wrong for me to have some time off when you did exactly the same?
But it wasn't time off. The entire time that I was unemployed, I was looking for work. Not to mention, I was keeping the house in order, managing our finances so that we knew what we could afford and what we couldn't. I was also cooking all of our meals and basically managing all of the house. You do none of those things.
You make it sound as if you did loads. All you really did was what a wife should do, which is the housework.
I'm not just your slave to push around and do whatever you tell her to. I'm your wife. We should be equal partners in everything. Whether it's in money or household chores, we need to share these things so that neither of us feels overwhelmed. That's what I'm feeling at the moment, completely overwhelmed. And whilst I love my job, it still can be quite demanding. So when it gets like that, I need you to pick up the slack and actually help me out, okay?
Clara, I have every right to relax and have a break. Let's face it, I've worked so much harder than you when I was working at the factory, so I deserve a little time off to recuperate. I'm sorry if you don't like it, but it's the truth. So if you have to do the household chores and everything else, then I'm not too concerned, as it's only fair.
You don't care? You don't care if I'm working myself into such a state, picking up after you and trying to maintain our home as well as a job, that I honestly feel like I could cry if even the slightest thing inconvenienced me? You're really not bothered by that?
Well, not really. Women are generally a lot more emotional than men and like to make things into more of an issue than They actually are. So this is probably just you doing that. It's likely that it's that time of the month for you as well, which always makes you more angry and irritable. In fact, I would really rather you try and control your emotions more. They can get quite tedious to deal with.
Oh, can they? How rude of me to actually have feelings. I'll try and subdue them next time I'm feeling particularly angry.
Great. Thanks.
I was being sarcastic.
Oh,
Ugh, whatever. I'm getting back to work.
what about my dinner?
You'll have to figure it out yourself. I'm busy. Oh my god, I'm so annoyed right now.
Oh joys, what's happened now?
It's Jasper.
Oh god, just knowing it has something to do with him already has me feeling annoyed. What's he done now?
Well, I just messaged him to tell him that I will be late home from work tonight, as I'm currently working on that huge project I told you about. And we have a meeting with the bosses about it tomorrow, so we need to finalize some things. I asked him if he would be able to cook us dinner so that I wouldn't have to worry about it when I got home. And you know what he said?
What?
He told me that he wasn't going to cook dinner because he's had a tiring day.
Hang on, but he doesn't work.
Uh-huh. He then went on to insult me and every single woman on this earth and claim that I'm too emotional and need to keep my feelings subdued so that I don't annoy him.
Jeez, what a jerk. I honestly don't know what you see in him, sis. I mean, why do you want to be married to someone who does nothing but treat you like a slave? Not to mention that you're earning all of the money and that he's just wasting it on beer and gambling.
What do you mean on gambling? He promised me that he would stop doing that.
Well, he's not kept his promise. I saw him the other day going to the casino in town. I followed him there to see what he was up to, and he sat right down at a blackjack table and proceeded to blow over $300. He lost it all.
Are you serious right now? $300?
Yeah, and I asked the dealer when Jasper left. The guy also told me that Jasper's racked up quite a hefty amount of debt there too. Thousands apparently.
Let me get this straight. My husband expects me to work and clean and cook and everything else while he goes off and spends my hard-earned money on gambling and drinks and stuff?
Yeah, like I said, I don't know why you're still with the jerk.
I'm wondering that myself.
Honestly, I get out while you still can. I don't want to see my little sister lose who she is simply because of her useless husband. You can do so much better than him.
Yeah, you're right. I can. Thanks, Michael, for always being there for me. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Yeah, you owe me dinner for this.
I'll get you the best steak money can buy.
You better. Anyway, let me know how things go and if I need to kick anyone's butt, okay?
Will do. Love you, bro.
Love you too, sis. Laura, where are you? It's much later than usual. You should be back from work by now. Also, the dog needs walking, so you've got to do that when you get back. I've not eaten yet either, as I thought I'd wait for you to get home and cook us a nice dinner.
I've already eaten, so I won't be making dinner. And the dog will have to just go out in the garden. I'm too tired to walk him.
Hang on, what do you mean you've already eaten?
Julia and I ordered a pizza whilst we worked on our project. I'm full.
Well, that's not fair. What about me?
What about you? I told you that I wouldn't be cooking when I get back. If you decided to ignore me, that's on you. But I'm not going to be cooking anything when I get back.
But I'm hungry and the dog's whining is really getting on my nerves. You need to come back home now and sort all of this out.
No.
What do you mean, no?
I mean, I'm done running around and picking up after you. I'm not your mom, and I sure am not your maid. These last few months have been absolutely awful for me, as I feel like I'm taking care of a child rather than living with a fully grown man and husband. Your complete lack of care and sympathy for me have pushed me to the end of my rope, and I've finally realized that you don't want me to be your wife. You don't love me like that. You just want me to be your live-in maid. Well, that's not happening anymore.
What do you mean? What are you gonna do?
I'm filing for divorce.
Wait, no, please don't do that. I don't know what I'd do without you.
That's not my problem. Maybe you should have spent a bit more time helping out with responsibilities instead of piling them all onto me.
But it's your responsibility as the wife.
We don't live in the medieval times anymore. In case you hadn't noticed, women actually have a lot more say in how they live their lives, even if you don't like to think so. And I've decided that I deserve someone who will love me and treat me as an equal. And that clearly isn't you. I'm staying at my brother's house tonight, and I'll be around to pick up my things and the dog in the morning.
But I don't even have a job. How will I live?
You'll have to find new work. Although with the debts you've racked up at the casino, you might have to find two.
How do you know about that?
Michael saw you the other day. Honestly, I really don't know what I saw in you.
Look, I'm your husband, and you need to do as I say.
No, I really don't. Goodbye, Jasper. I hope the next girl who marries you is able to whip you into some sort of shape. I wish her the best of luck. I divorced Jasper as soon as I was able to. Once I was free of the lazy bum, I actually felt a whole lot better. I wasn't constantly being told what to do and worked like a slave. The project that I had been working on was a huge hit, and I actually ended up being promoted to a much higher position with a huge pay increase. Jasper, on the other hand, was forced to get two jobs, one as a night porter and one as a checkout man, so that he could cover the cost of his debts and have enough money to live. As bad as it is, maybe it will teach him a valuable lesson about responsibility and helping out those who are close to him.